Hi guys, how you doing? It's been a little while since I got on here, and I've been thinking a lot about the topic I'm going to talk about today, and it's very interesting that my clients always ask me, "What has this got to do with my business? What this got to do with my life?" And most of the time when I'm doing my coaching, I really always ask everybody, "How is your health? And how is your health and fitness? How are you eating? How are you sleeping?" Because you can't really do much if you're not in a good state of fitness, right? You could, and most people would argue that, but it is not easy or comfortable to be out of shape or to be sick, or let's say you have diabetes or you have heart disease or you have things that are going on that really take away from you having a fullness and enjoyment of your life, right? So for those who don't know, I am a nurse by profession. I've worked in the emergency room, and I loved working there, and I still do work there once in a while, part-time, PRN, whatever you want to call it. And I'm still amazed at how many excuses we as a people can make about when it comes to health, right? And blame everybody else about it, right? So as we venture this topic, I was thinking, I'm like, what do I want to talk about as far as health is concerned? I've got a lot on my mind to talk about, and I've seen so much. And in the last few weeks, it's just amazing how much we get fed, and people don't even go out and do their due diligence, right? So there is YouTube videos, there's radio, there's TV, there's advertisements, things all over the place that are telling you stuff. Do you go cross check them? I think last month, February, was Heart Awareness Day, and I had the most ridiculous things that people are being given as advice of keeping a healthy heart, right? And I'm not gonna blame these people, because if you go to some of these websites and try to look up about a heart healthy diet, or you're diabetic, you're trying to look up like what to eat, most of the food on there that they put on is not even the food you're supposed to eat. That's why you still have the disease, right? And at times, and I was just talking to someone the other day, and I said, when you come to the doctor, right, and they're like, okay, adjust, my numbers are still up, whether your blood pressure, your blood sugar, my numbers are still up. What should we do? They increase the medication. Have you ever asked yourself that if they're increasing your medicine, have you ever questioned to ask that maybe it's not working? Maybe this medication is not really doing anything. And what is another thing you could do to improve that, right? And I'm going to put it out there. Food is 80%. We are what we eat all day long. Exercise is vital, because we have to re-energize ourselves. We have to move the lymphatics. We have to move circulation and everything. So these two things have to work hand in hand. But if you go to the gym the whole day, or whatever number of hours you go to the gym, and then you come out and stop in one of the smoothie places or make yourself a smoothie, which is about 300, 400, 500 calories, because I had to research this myself, because I was like, okay, I'm going to the gym, I'm really working hard. And then, of course, you have those refreshing smoothies that they serve you, and you're like, okay, you drink that. And then you come home and you're like, I came to the gym, I'm going to go eat. So you already drank something that is like 400 calories, right? And a lot of it is sugar. And then you come home, have a big meal, because you feel like, damn, I was sweating so hard today, I have to really eat. You already ate 1,000 calories. How could that be possible? You didn't burn 1,000 calories. So these are the things that I at times contemplate on. I say, do we really ask ourselves questions? And if you're on a program and it's not working, if it's like an exercising program, I don't believe in diets. I've done a lot of them, and they do work, but they don't work long term. The biggest thing that we need to do is a lifestyle change, right? If you're yearning to be healthier, you gotta go figure out how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, right? I can't come to your pantry and find all kinds of chips, all kinds of processed food, tinned food. You go to the fridge, there's frozen, TV dinners that have a lot of sodium, and you say like, okay, I'm not eating out, but what you're eating in is not good either. You have juices and sodas and all this stuff, and then expect, you get on these diets, and then a few months later, you've lost all the nice pounds, and then you're jumping back to where you were. So for me, where I did one diet, and I can just say it out loud, I'm not ashamed of it, and it really changed my life. I did ideal protein for a little while, and I lost 42 pounds. And that was an eye-opener to me, showing that it was possible to achieve that much weight loss. Yes, I did gain some back. But then I remembered when I started gaining the weight back that I loved the way I felt and the way I looked and the amount of energy that I had when I had lost that much pounds. So what did I do? I went right back on and started watching what I was eating. I went vegan. You don't have to be vegan. I went to vegan. This is my second year being vegan and I enjoy it. I never even used to know what I can eat as a vegan, but man, there's so much stuff to eat. And I've done like parties or dinners with friends and I've had some vegan food and it's enjoyable. And still, I have to exercise. I never used to exercise. My sister would give us shout out to these. For years, my sister would go out exercising, walking, my daughter, her dad, and I would never get off the couch. You could not get me out of the couch. And people say, do you run since you're from Kenya? I'm like, no. Unless a lion is chasing me, why should I be running, right? So in 2016, when I started my journey into this coaching and personal development, and this is the first thing that struck me, that how important it is to have a healthy body, healthy mind and spirit, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my, I don't have a choice than to fix this problem. So now I need to exercise, and you mean I need to go, eating right was already in my wheelhouse. It just needed some improvement. But the whole idea of exercising was I just didn't think I was going to do it. I just finished watching the movie The Secret. But then I realized I need to tackle my health first for me to be able to move forward to building a healthy business, right? Which is the same thing when people come to me for coaching. I got to talk about their health and fitness. I got to talk about how they rest. I got to talk about their stress levels, because if we don't address those things, they're key. You're not going to be able to perform anywhere if your health is not optimum, right? If you don't have energy to do stuff, if you wake up in a tired mind and your mind is foggy, how are you going to be creative to be able to bring a product to the world to make an impact and a transformation in other people's lives? I don't know. I couldn't, right? So anyway, from the get-go, I knew I couldn't do it on my own. So I hired a personal fitness coach, and she was the best, right? She was a young lady, and I had to drive to go to her. She was so tough that I did not like her, right? And I was paying a lot of money for that, because she's a personal coach, and she would just tell you as it is. So painful. At one point, I'm like, I'm paying you money. You shouldn't be talking to me like this. Like, yeah, you're paying me money for me to help you get results. And I'm gonna do what I need to do to get there. So a shout out to her, man. It was such a blessing to have her. And from there on, my whole thing about health and fitness and a healthy lifestyle changed. I started researching more. I read a lot about health. I listen to different people. And then I take those things and test them and see, do they make sense? And some things just plain do not make sense. You just can even Google. Yes, there's a lot of controversy when it comes to diets and exercise and all these things, but some things are just obviously not right. And if you don't know, ask somebody, right? Ask someone about it. So I'm going to read a little bit about health and fitness, of course, from my book here. I was thinking today, and it jumped on my head. I do have a section on health and fitness. This is what I wrote way back, and it still stands true. To keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear, said Buddha. The most important thing in your life is your health and your body. You can have all the education, you can have millions of dollars in the bank, but if you don't have good health, what good is the money and life? And nowadays, we know most people say, we spend so much time chasing wealth that we compromise our health. And then we have to use all the wealth we've created to try to get back our health, which is almost impossible because most of the time it's too late. So there gotta be a place for your health. There gotta be a place for you to have a good body and a fitness, the whole nutrition, all shebang, right? Many struggle with this area of health and fitness. Many have tried so many different solutions, but have not succeeded in getting permanent results. There is no single area in your life that is not affected by your health and fitness. Spirituality is, your finances are affected, your family life is affected, your social life, name it. Everything is affected by your state of health, or are correlated with how well you do in this area of health in your life. Good news is that it's very simple. Very simple, I say, because I have done it and I think anyone else can do it. All you have to do is to watch what you consume, your nutrition, and how you use your body, exercising, right? We can't just sit there and As a coach, most of the time, all my work is mostly virtual. I'm here in the office trying to get my stuff done. I had to actually put an alarm on my phone to allow me to get up every 59 minutes, even just get up and stretch and go down. Yes, it does break my momentum, but I know it's important for my body to just get up. And I don't know if you can see it. I just invested on this wonderful machine. It's a self-share. It's like a rebounder, and I'm looking forward to it. I already jumped on it twice today, so that's gonna be exciting. I just get up there for 2 minutes and I get off, so it's really exciting. Good investment there for me. The reason why I invested in that, I do have other equipment, and I used to go to the gym, but I overworked, overstrained my body, so I had an issue with my hip and my knee, but I've been craving exercise, and everything I was trying was painful. So one of the videos that I was listening to about health and fitness, they recommended using a rebounder for all people who have different, strength or pains or different things in your body. I was like, okay, I did a lot of research and researched so many of them and ended up with the one I have right now. And I'm very excited about it. It's day 2 and I feel happy already. You jump on there if you're feeling bored. It's good for waking up. It's good for when you're going to sleep. It just moves the circulation in your body. And it did feel good last night. So I'm going to keep using it and I'll keep you posted. So the good news is, as I said, it's very simple. It's nutrition and exercise. And I have it there, like Rohn said it, and nobody could have said it better. Take care of your body. It is the only place you have to live, right? The body is your temple, your asset, your vessel. You have to take care of it. Without a strong, healthy body, just like a car without an oil change and maintenance, sooner or later the engine will knock out. One key thing to remember is that you do not have to unconsciously adapt to the vision of your culture in this area. Choose to eat clean, healthy foods and drinks and exercise. Please keep learning about health, fitness, nutrition, and wellness. That's what I was talking about earlier, because it keeps changing. And there's all these things, but some things are very foundational. Having good sleep, drinking lots of water. Some people say there's a, theory about how much is too much and how much do you need to drink. I do about 2 to 4 liters a day. There's some people have different conditions that can't drink that much water. I really don't do sodas. I don't really do juices. And, if I have to do a juice, I gotta do my own juicing, right? So how do you supplement those things, right? So and the physical fitness is not only one of the most important keys to a healthy body, it is the basis for dynamic and creative intellectual activity. John F. Kennedy said that. So this topic of health is near and dear to me because I'm in the front row. I work in the emergency room. I see people striving and struggling with this thing, with either weight, people are struggling with diabetes, hypertension, people are getting strokes, heart disease, and so many things. Yes. And the most amazing thing that we've forgotten as a people is that most of the things diseases that we have, there's modifiable risks. And you can Google that up, right? If your family had this, right? For instance, for those who know, my mom passed a couple years ago and she did have a history of diabetes, right? And then she had a heart attack and then everything led down and then she passed. But when I had that, as much as I don't believe in being labeled or carrying the whole gene thing, the gene has a very small percentage. But we tend to be like our parents, we tend to be like our families if we've not shifted our paradigms and changed the way we do things and see things. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, I gotta take care of my body. I gotta take care of my health. So as soon as, unfortunately, it was a bad wake-up call for me, as soon as mom passed, that is when I looked at myself, I was like, oh my, I gotta take care of this vessel. It's only one, there's no other one. I don't think I can wait for that to happen, right? Up until when I went for anniversary, I remember my dad saying, are you okay? Because I'd lost that's the time I'd lost 42 pounds. I said, yeah, I got to take care of myself because mom had this. I don't think I'm going to get it because gene has a very small percentage of really transmuting. And people might disagree, but you can go do your own research. So for me, it was a wake-up call. And ever since then, yes, I do have my days of like, hey, if someone's going to ask, do you ever eat ice cream? Do you ever do this? Sparingly, like rarely. Like I don't remember when I last drank a soda. So find the thing that works for you. But health and fitness is a lifestyle thing. It's not a quick fix. It's not something that you come on 6 weeks challenge and then you're gone and you think your life is gonna get fixed. It does not work. Those challenges that we get for either health or eating or fitness, they're just there to boost you. And then once you move up a little, then you can just take those habits and bring them to your life and create. I'm just gonna, I just watched my coach Brian, and I'm going to tag him on here talking about habits. You create those little things over time, and then you see what comes. So if you want to start on this health journey, you don't have to like stop everything today and just jump on and start. You can just drop one thing, drop soda today, and say, oh, I'm gonna drop sugar, I'm gonna drop wheat, I'm gonna drop this, and do it consistently. Just take one thing at a time, a baby step at a time. And hey, if you have any questions as far as this is concerned, please feel free, comment down here. I have some, resources that I can share. I cannot give you any expert opinion because, of course, I'm not a physician, but I can share some resources that I've used that have really empowered me, that really helped me understand how the body works and what to eat, what not to eat, and what kind of things to do to improve my overall health and wellness. So thank you so much for listening and tuning in. Enjoy your weekend wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, and enjoy your day.